History remembers the names etched in blood and glory. We all know Spartacus, the escaped gladiator who dared to challenge an empire. But every general, every king, every titan casts long shadows. In those shadows stand figures just as vital, just as compelling. This is about the men who stood beside him, who bled with him, who carved their own legends in the heart of a rebellion. Picture it. The year is 73 BC. The Roman Republic, a burgeoning empire drunk on conquest, doesn't see the storm brewing in its own backyard. Its legions march across continents, subjugating lands and peoples, but within its borders, a different kind of battle is about to erupt. Spartacus, a man ripped from his homeland, his freedom, his very life, and tossed into the brutal world of gladiatorial combat. Forced to fight for the amusement of others, he becomes a symbol of resilience and defiance. A Thracian, a warrior by birth, his skills honed in the rugged terrains of his homeland, now used for survival in the arena. Maybe he had a family, a love he yearned for, memories of a life once lived, now distant and almost forgotten. All gone, swallowed by the insatiable maw of Rome. The empire's hunger for power and control left countless lives shattered. But within this man, beneath the scars and the fury, lived a spirit unbreakable, a fire that refused to be extinguished. He rose from the blood-soaked sands of the arena, not as a spectacle for the masses to gawk at, but as a leader, a beacon of hope for those who had none. He saw in the eyes of his fellow gladiators, men just as broken, just as desperate, a reflection of his own rage. Together they formed a bond, a brotherhood forged in the fires of adversity. The uprising at Capua, a desperate gamble, a lunge for freedom. It was a moment of reckoning, a stand against their oppressors. 70 men, armed with nothing but kitchen knives and the burning desire for liberation, they ripped through their captors. Their courage and determination were their greatest weapons. A spark, small but fierce, had ignited a firestorm. This was the beginning of something much larger than themselves. From those initial embers, Spartacus fanned the flames of rebellion. His vision of freedom spread like wildfire. Slaves, the downtrodden, the forgotten, they flocked to his banner. They saw in Spartacus a chance to reclaim their stolen lives. Spartacus, the man who stared death in the face and refused to blink, became a symbol. His defiance inspired countless others to rise up. His victories against Roman legions, unthinkable, improbable, fueled the rebellion's fire. Each triumph was a testament to their unyielding spirit and the power of unity. Every rebellion needs its thunder, and Crixus, the proud Gaul, was Spartacus's storm. A warrior of immense strength and ferocity, his name echoed with the clang of iron and the roar of battle. Crixus, captured and sold into slavery, found himself thrust into the brutal world of the arena. But unlike many who succumbed to despair, Crixus clung to his pride, his spirit unbroken. He became a renowned gladiator, his name whispered with a mix of fear and admiration. When the fires of rebellion ignited at Capua, Crixus was one of the first to join Spartacus. He recognized a kindred spirit in the Thracian, a fellow warrior who dared to challenge the might of Rome. Their bond, forged in the crucible of combat, became the bedrock of the slave army's leadership. Crixus, impulsive and fiercely independent, was a counterpoint to Spartacus's more strategic mind. History remembers his victories, the Roman blood spilled on the battlefield a testament to his prowess. Though his story ended in tragedy, Crixus's impact on the rebellion was undeniable. Chapter 3. Gannicus, the shadow of a legend. While Spartacus was the rebellion's heart, and Crixus its thunder, Gannicus was the lightning swift, deadly, and gone too soon. His presence was like a flash in the dark, illuminating the battlefield with his brilliance before vanishing into the annals of history. A man shrouded in an enigma, his origins remain a mystery, lost to the mists of time. The stories about him are as varied as they are numerous, each adding to the mystique that surrounds his name. Some whisper he was a captured soldier, others a condemned criminal, a man who had seen the darkest corners of Roman dungeons. Forced to fight for his life in the arena, he transformed his chains into weapons, his despair into determination. Whatever his past, Gannicus emerged as a legend in the gladiatorial games. His name echoed through the Colosseum, a symbol of defiance and skill. He was a master of the sword, his movements a blur of grace and lethality. Each swing of his blade was poetry in motion, a deadly dance that left his opponents in awe. Unlike Spartacus, driven by a burning desire for freedom, or Crixus, fueled by righteous fury, Gannicus seemed to fight for the sheer joy of it. The thrill of the fight was his true calling, a passion that burned brightly within him. He embraced the thrill of combat, the dance of life and death played out on the sands of the arena. Each battle was a testament to his skill and his love for the fight. When the slave revolt erupted, Gannicus saw an opportunity to unleash his skills on a grander stage. The rebellion was his canvas, and he painted it with the blood of his enemies. Gannicus, with his carefree spirit and devil-may-care attitude, became a beloved figure among the rebels. His charisma was infectious, his bravery unmatched. His victories were legendary, his swordsmanship unmatched. In the annals of history, Gannicus remains a figure of awe and inspiration, a true shadow of a legend. Chapter 4: Enormous, the Unshakable Rock. Behind every great leader stands a figure of unwavering loyalty, a steady hand in the storm. This figure is often the unsung hero, the one who ensures that the leader's vision is realized no matter the cost. For Spartacus, that rock, that unwavering presence was Enormous. A man of immense strength and unyielding resolve, Enormous was more than just a follower. He was a pillar of the rebellion. A former gladiator himself, Enormous bore the scars of the arena, his body a testament to countless battles fought and won. Each scar told a story of survival, of resilience, and of an indomitable spirit. He served as a doctor, a trainer of gladiators, in the very same ludus where Spartacus was imprisoned. His role was not just to train fighters, but to instill in them the discipline and courage needed to survive. Enormous saw in Spartacus not just a skilled fighter, but a leader of men. He recognized the potential for greatness, the spark that could ignite a revolution. He recognized the fire that burned within the Thracian, the potential to ignite a rebellion that could shake the very foundations of Rome. This fire was something that Enormous knew could change the world. When the uprising began, Enormous didn't hesitate. He joined Spartacus without a second thought, driven by a sense of purpose and a belief in the cause. He cast his lot with Spartacus, his loyalty never wavering, his resolve never shaken. Enormous was a steadfast ally, a man whose word was his bond. He became a mentor to the former gladiator, a trusted advisor who tempered Spartacus's fiery spirit with his own pragmatism. His wisdom and experience were invaluable to the rebellion. Enormous, a skilled strategist and tactician, played a vital role in the rebellion's early successes. His insights and strategies helped turn the tide in many battles. He trained the escaped slaves, molding them from a ragtag band of rebels into a formidable fighting force, capable of challenging even the might of Roman legions. His training was rigorous, but it forged warriors out of men. His loyalty to Spartacus was absolute, his faith in his leader unwavering. Enormous was the unshakable rock upon which the rebellion stood, a testament to the power of loyalty and belief. Chapter 5: Echoes of Defiance. The slave revolt, though ultimately crushed by the iron fist of Rome, left an indelible mark on history. Spartacus, Crixus, Gannicus, Enormous. Their names, once whispered in the shadows, became synonymous with courage, defiance, and the unyielding pursuit of freedom. They were more than just gladiators, more than just slaves. They were men who dared to challenge an empire, who ignited a spark of hope in the hearts of the oppressed. Their stories, though tinged with tragedy, continue to inspire, reminding us that even the most formidable of foes can be challenged, and that the human spirit, when pushed to its limits, can achieve extraordinary things. If you found this exploration of Spartacus and his generals intriguing, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your history-loving friends, and subscribe to the channel for more captivating tales from the past. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. Who was your favorite general and why?